In the natural world, every day, heart-pounding battles take place. Whoever is stronger is the king. No matter who you are, for survival, they will do their best, by any means necessary. In the blink of an eye, the antelope hesitated. It also became food for the wild dogs. They devour the meat. They try to eat as much as possible. After all, in this perilous grassland, there are always robbers. The scavenger hyena also arrived at the scene immediately, picking up some scraps, as also a way of survival. The wild dogs seemed to have noticed something unusual around, something unbelievable. It stopped and looked around. Sure enough, the male lion is giving orders, roaring loudly and powerfully. His wife also started to move. The arrival of the lioness. The wild dogs didn't have time to take a few more bites, and fled in fear. The lioness was also ruthless, carried away the prey. At this moment, the wild dog showed a fierce look, staring at the lioness not far away, seemingly defiant, but in the face of absolute strength. A small charge from the lioness. The wild dog was scared and fled in all directions. The lioness chased relentlessly from behind. If the wild dog doesn't calm down, it will truly become the lioness's prey. As a carnivorous jaguar, he also lives in this area, but she is a single mother. He still has to care for 2 cubs. The arrival of the male lion invisibly put pressure on the jaguar. If the lion catches sight of him, his life would be in danger. He quickly returned to his own lair. He must be vigilant for the arrival of hunters at all times. After all, the 2 cubs are defenseless. The cubs cleverly hid in the crevices of the rocks. On this perilous grassland, wild dogs are also searching for food everywhere. They seem to be heading towards the young leopard. Wild dogs are very aggressive on the grassland. They quickened their pace. At this moment, the leopard also noticed the anomaly, and became nervous. The unwanted situation still arrived. Just then, packs of wild dogs rushed in quickly. The agile leopard leapt onto a dead tree, jumped onto a dead tree. The aggressive wild dogs were barking below. Unfortunately, they can't climb trees. They headed towards the leopard's den. The mother leopard is temporarily safe for now, but he still has 2 cubs over there. Now he is very worried. The wild dogs are approaching. They have super strong vision and hearing. The slightest movement could expose the target. At this moment, the young leopard was so scared that he didn't dare to breathe. They could only resign themselves to fate. The wild dogs were also searching everywhere. Fortunately, the wild dog's sense of smell is not very sensitive. The mother leopard was on edge at this moment. His heart was in his throat. The wild dogs are not to be trifled with. Once spotted by them, it's certain death. The cunning wild dogs were still expanding their search range. They didn't want to return empty-handed. In the end, the young leopard managed to escape calmly. By staying still, he escaped this disaster. And the wild dogs could only search for their next target. It seemed they couldn't stay here for long. The leopard mother prepared to migrate with her cubs. They arrived at a new cave. The task of raising the children was difficult. The mother leopard didn't linger for long, and continued on the path of hunting. He knew that the child's appetite was growing. But things always take an unexpected turn. A pregnant lioness is looking for a place to give birth. While the leopard hunts, it cannot take care of the safety of its cubs. He had to act quickly, find food quickly and return. Meanwhile, a sleeping owl became the leopard's prey. It's like being shot while lying down. Although the owl is smaller, but it's still better than nothing. This little leopard is obedient and sensible, quietly waiting for the return of its mother. Another little leopard went out to play alone. He may not know. In the perilous grasslands, it is an extremely dangerous situation. The lioness, for the sake of her soon-to-be-born cubs, she is preparing to find a safe and secluded place. The lioness seems to have caught a scent. At this moment, the leopard mother became worried. Not even walking properly. Just want to learn how to climb trees. The leopard mother is also on her way back. Lions have a very strong sense of territory. Soon the lion pounced quickly. At this moment, the leopard could only watch helplessly. Now he is extremely angry and self-blaming. But what can he do? The lion will not show mercy with its methods, even if the leopard rushes forward for revenge. Against the lion's strength, the leopard is also courting death. The lion showed an extremely arrogant expression. The leopard lost a cub. At this moment, he cherished the time spent with the child even more. They were also enjoying a rare afternoon together. But warmth is always short-lived. For the sake of survival, for the sake of the child, the leopard mother went out hunting alone again. This time his target was a gazelle. The leopard moved stealthily. He tried his best not to startle the prey in front of him. Suddenly, the leopard pounced on the antelope like lightning. It pounced on the antelope like lightning. The hungry lioness was dizzy with hunger, looking for food. The leopard thought hanging the antelope on a tree would be safe. But it made the lioness very happy. It was effortless, obtained without any effort. At this point, the lioness climbed up without any hesitation. Although climbing trees was not her strong suit, but she was determined for a meal. The leopard didn't show any temper at all. What's most annoying is that the lioness didn't even say thank you. The leopard could only watch helplessly. The lioness feasted under the tree. As the dry season approached, food became even scarcer. Many animals set out on the migration route due to the shortage. This made life even more difficult for the leopard mother and her cub. But as a mother, the leopard took on this responsibility and duty. Soon, she looked at the catfish in the river. It also reignited hope. Even though it was her first time catching fish, she seemed a bit nervous, not knowing who the other party was. But at the thought of her child, she didn't care about that much. Even though she made herself look very messy, covered in dirt, she still did her best to hide the fish back and forth. The leopard also knew, there is nothing more satisfying than having a full meal. As a top predator, the most skilled leopard, he seemed to have forgotten. His gaze exceptionally determined, not yielding to survival. Now, she only wanted to catch more fish, to ensure her child wouldn't go hungry. That was her greatest happiness. If you are going through difficulties and challenges now, please do not give up. Just like a leopard, a true strong person is someone who, after seeing the truth of life, can still love life. At this moment, the leopard looks exhausted. He wants to tell the cubs this good news as soon as possible. The cubs are everything to him. Perhaps it is the best arrangement from heaven. Many times, you have to compromise and accept reality cannot be changed, so you can only adapt. This is the way of survival.